see that? My best. Oh. So, I don't know if I'm live or not, but I'm going to start my live. So, I'm just going to make some mixture up. I'm going to make a mixture for barbecuing some beef. So, I'm just going to start putting the ingredients in into a bowl. And I'll tell you what I'm putting in so then you can see what I'm putting in. So, I'll just clean this bottle, it's a bit sticky first. Just wash it down. So today, it's a lovely sunny day. It feels really cold because there's a cold kind of breeze outside. It looks warm but it's very cold. Just wash this bottle because it leaked from the outside and it's gone all sticky. I don't like touching sticky stuff, so I'm just going to wash it down and dry it before I pour some into the little container bowl. So when you're marinating meat for a barbecue, you need to mix your ingredients into a bowl and then you leave it for a while and then you barbecue it later. So this is it's called carob molasses. So hi. I thought I was talking to myself there. So this is called carob molasses. So I'm going to I'm going to get a plate for this spoon first. So I'm going to put some carob molasses in. So for meat, you want to use some things that will give it flavour. So I'm just going to pour it in there. I'll show you. So that's carob molasses that's gone in. That was the bottle that was sticky, so I just washed it off. So the next thing we're going to put in is tamarind. So I'll just get a spoon for that. So tamarind is a bit kind of... So this is a concentrated paste, but I don't know how to explain what it tastes like because it's a bit sourish. So I'm just going to put a big dollop in like that. And that'll mix up. So the next ingredient is lime juice from a bottle. So you put about a dessert spoon of that in. And then some mustard. So I'm going to get a spoon for that. So you can put any kind of mustard in, you can put any kind of ingredients in. I'm just showing you what I use. You don't have to follow my recipe, but I'm just showing you. So I put about two kind of big teaspoons in. So I'm just going to clean that off, clean that spoon off. Get all the things off because we don't need the spoons in there. The spoons will fall into the bowl and we don't want that. So that's the beginning part. Then we need some salt and pepper. The next thing. So you can put in whatever ingredients you like. So the next thing, I'm just going to shut the mustard tub so I don't spill it over. So the next thing I'll put is grind some coriander seeds into it. So making your own what do you call it, marinade is actually better than buying a shop marinade. Because I suffer with allergies, I make my own marinade. Not only is it better to make it yourself because you make it fresh on the day, but also the shop one contains sulfites and other added ingredients that make the item last longer. So it's not really actually good for you. Plus if you make it fresh like this, you know what you're putting in as well. So this is just different colour peppers. Black pepper and red pepper and things. So you just put in how much. I'll show you in a minute. So that's all I've done so far. I think you can see that. The sun's shining on through the window, so it makes it a bit difficult. So the next thing I'm going to get is some salt. I'm just going to get some table salt because I keep forgetting to fill the grinder up, so I'll have to do that later on today. Then next time I've got it. So I'm going to put in, that's half a teaspoon, so I'm going to put in about 1.5 teaspoons of roughly salt. And I'm going to grind some hemp seed into it. So you're probably wondering, why am I putting hemp seed in it? Well, I bought it, so I might as well use it. So I'm just going to grind that into it as well. So this gives it a slightly nutty flavour. And what the tamarind sauce does as well, it makes the marinade a darker colour. And it starts marinating the meat. The acid in the sauce starts marinating the meat as well, because it's cow meat. It's a bit tougher meat than lamb, so it will marinate nicely. So the next thing we're going to need is the other herbs and spices, which I'm just going to get out of the cupboard. So we'll put some sumac powder in. Sumac is the red colour. So it's the red colour, so I just put about a teaspoon in. Because I don't have chilies or paprika, so that's why I use sumac. So the next thing I'll put is a little bit of ginger powder, not too much. I don't really like ginger that much. So about half a teaspoon. And then the next thing is some, we call it garam masala in here. It's got some, put a big teaspoon of that in, because that gives it flavour. And then we're going to put a bit of curcumin powder in, because that's supposed to help cancer apparently. We keep saying it in the cooking thing. So put a big teaspoon of that in. And then the next thing is some coriander powder. They call it dhania in India or something, but I just call it coriander powder. So a spoon of that in. And then just put some other herbs and spices in. So I've got citron grass, which is lemongrass. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that into it. Not too much, you don't need a lot, because it's quite strong. So that will go in. And then we've got Indian turmeric, which you just grind into it. So all these flavours, when they come together, they actually taste quite nice. They're marinated on the meat. So once we've got all the things in there, then we can mix the ingredients up and then brush it onto the meat. So the next thing is some pure ginger pieces. We're going to grind them up. So you might think, oh, she's putting a lot of ingredients in. Well, you can choose what ingredients you want. I'm just demonstrating what I use, so you get an idea of what to use. Every person has their own different taste and different spices, and you can use whatever. Right, I have some Chinese spices as well, so see what it's got in this. See whether I can use it or not. See what ingredients got. Oh, this one has chilies in it, so I can't use that one. Can't use anything with chilies in, because that's what my family use. So I'll just ignore that one for now. So I'm just putting some parsley in, which is called petersilie in German. I just shake off the lid before I put the lid back on. It's easier to take the lid off than shake it from the tiny hole. And then we've got oregano. So I just shake about some of that in as well. And then just some rosemary, and then that's it, I think. Should be all ready then. Rosemary and basil. Give the meat some nice flavour. I think I forgot the mint. I'll get some mint in a minute. So that's all stuck to the lid. Sticking to the lid because it's plastic. Nice. So this one is basil. This will all stick into the sticky sauce, so it's fine. It won't go everywhere. So we just need some mint now for a little bit of flavour to it. clean it off because it's going everywhere. Oh, I need to refill the mint. I'll have to do that after. Where's the bag of mint? Oh, well, we'll just have to have it without mint because it's not lamb, it's beef, so it doesn't matter. The mint doesn't really matter to me. So, now we'll get the spoon to mix it, see whether it needs any more lemon juice or not, but I think it's going to be okay. So, you can see that it's okay, you don't need any more liquid to it. So, you just mix it all up. And then you can add, so if you just do it to the outside and then get a brush, basting brush. So I think the best thing is if I pull this off the spoon, get the spoon out and then get tongs to put it in with. Tongs is probably going to be the best idea. So they are quite heavy, these. So you use the brush. So you just use the brush to brush the sauce onto the meat, and then just maneuver the meat around to make sure it's covered it. And then afterwards, when you're going to barbecue it, you can just brush any that you might have missed, any bits that you missed. So by marinating it, you're putting flavour into the meat. So that's 2 pieces done. So just squish that way. Put the next piece in. Just move it around a little bit because the sauce is under there. For the next one. So this is the leg of the, I think it's the leg part of the cow. I'm not sure because my family bought this, so we went to the Turkish shop and they ordered it from the butcher, so I don't know which part they asked for because I was too busy looking at the sweet section. So the butchers they'll slice the meat up if you ask them how you want the meat sliced, they will slice the meat up. So this, they just chopped it into 4 pieces. No. I think they should have done it a bit thinner because they're quite fat pieces. Never mind, they'll still cook on the barbecue fine. So as you can see, I've covered it up as best I can. So then I'll just what I'll do now, I'll show you. I'll just scrape that off. I'll just scrape the brush off. The marinade off the brush. Then I'll wash these things up afterwards because I'll need the tongs later on. And I'll probably need the brush again, so I'll have to wash these up in the sink. Now what you can put on top is just one of these, like, it looks like a shower cap, but it's actually it's not a shower cap, it's a bag that you get that's gone loose. So you just cover it up like that just to stop anything falling in your food, and then that'll just sit in the fridge marinating, and then that's it. So it's done now. So that's done. So that is done. I'll be coming on for another live because I've got, I might as well just show it now because I've got it. I'll just go and get it. So while we're talking about cooking, we might as well talk about disinfection, because when I went to the shops earlier, I went to Kaufland and I purchased this. This was out of the way. On the trolleys where you push the trolleys, you have to clean it with in store they have like a disinfection bottle, but I don't really like touching those disinfection bottles because the chemicals in them are very harsh. So I purchased this. I'll just show you. I did open it earlier. So what it is, it's a disinfection bottle. If I can try to open the cardboard packaging, that would help. So you fill this up with your own disinfection. It comes empty. And that's the lid. So you unravel it. So that lid comes off. You fill it up through there and then you put the lid back on. So it's like a sponge, and then I'll just get the paper out. So that these were $4.99 in Chivo in Kaufland. So I was going past today and they were €1. It cost €1 today, so I was quite amazed. So it does come with these extra sponges as well. So basically here it shows you. Oh, it's got the English version, that's good. I'll just unravel the paper first. Show you. So it says keep out of reach of children. It says do not use in the vicinity of the eyes or open wounds, only for hand disinfections intended for use on the skin. For exact area of application, side effects, warnings, precautions, please refer to the description of the disinfectant that you will use. So disinfectant is not included. So it just shows you there how to use it. So it comes with these 2 extra sponges as well, which is good. And that's the actual bottle. So I'll just show you what I mean by what you put into it. So I do have a bottle of disinfectant. There's not much left in it, but I do have another bottle upstairs. So let's have a look what it says in the disinfectant bottle. Oh, this is the disinfectant bottle that I've got. It's not got much in it, but I have a full bottle upstairs. So what you do, you put this into this bottle, and then you've got disinfectant to use on the trolley. So what you do, you just say say this is the edge of the trolley where you put your hands, and you just rub this across there, and then it's clean. So you don't have to worry about catching germs from another person. Oh, and then I got this book with it free as well. It's just an Easter book. In this book, it just tells you how to do little Easter activities. So when you purchase any item in Chivo, you get this little Easter book free with it. So yeah, these are €1 in Kaufland. So if you're shopping in Kaufland, just get one of these bottles. It's worth it rather than trying to get germs. So I'm going to go off live now and then come back on afterwards to talk about my magazine that I got when Helen comes back. So if you have any questions, you can leave it on the video, because I'll put the video onto my Instagram.